Latins were the original Italic tribe, and those descended from that tribe who speak or once spoke a Romance language. The original Latins were an Italic tribe inhabiting central Italy, in present-day Lazio. Through the conquest of their most populous city-state, Rome, the Latins culturally Romanized, or Latinized, the rest of Italy, and the word Latin ceased to mean a particular ethnicity, acquiring a more cultural sense. As the Roman Empire spread to include Spain, Portugal, France, and Romania, these joined Italy in becoming Latin, as the languages spoken in these countries derived primarily from the Latin language. In the late 15th–16th centuries, a millennium after the fall of the Western Roman Empire, Portugal, Spain, and France began to create world empires. In consequence, by the mid-19th century, the former American colonies of these nations became known as Latin America, and this region's inhabitants as Latin Americans. Antiquity. The Latins were an ancient Italic people of the Latium region in central Italy, in the first millennium BC. Although they lived in independent city-states, they spoke a common language, held common religious beliefs, and shared a sense of kinship, expressed in the myth that all Latins descend from Latinus. Latinus was worshipped on Mons Albanus during an annual festival attended by all Latins, including those from Rome, one of the Latin states. The Latin cities extended common rights of residence and trade to one another. Rome's territorial ambitions united the rest of the Latins against it in 341 BC, but in the end Rome won in 338 BC. Consequently, some of the Latin states were incorporated within the Roman state, and their inhabitants were given full Roman citizenship. Others became Roman allies and enjoyed certain privileges. Middle Ages. After the fall of the Western Roman Empire, many Europeans held on to their Latin identity, more specifically, in the sense of the Romans, as members of the empire. In the Byzantine Empire or East Roman Empire, and the broader Greek Orthodox world, Latins was a synonym for all people who followed Roman Catholic Christianity. It was generally a negative characterization, especially after the 1054 schism. Latins is still used by the Orthodox Church communities, but only in a theological context. The Holy Roman Empire was founded after the fall of Rome, but brandished the name of the Roman people and honored the king with the title, King of the Romans. Despite this, the Holy Roman Empire was largely a Germanic affair with German kings, although its territory was considerably greater than present-day Germany. Modern uses. Latin Europe. The term Latin is used in reference to European people whose cultures are particularly Roman-derived, generally including the use of Romance languages and the traditional predominance of Roman Catholicism. Strong Roman legal and cultural traditions characterize these nations. Latin Europe is a major subdivision of Europe, along with Germanic Europe and Slavic Europe. Latin America. Of all world regions, the Americas have been most significantly influenced by Romance-speaking European countries in regards to culture, language, religion, and genetic contribution to the population. The Latin European-influenced region of the Americas came to be called Latin America in the 19th century. The French Emperor Napoleon III is often credited with this naming. The term is usually used to refer to Spanish and Portuguese-speaking countries, namely Hispanic America and Brazil. The majority of Latin Americans have Latin European ancestry, notably Italian, Spanish, French and Portuguese.